Hey everybody, Jason Spangler, the SanteeSwapper, back with another unboxing video. This collection came out of Michigan. This one is actually really heavy. Now I usually don't buy books when I purchase collections, but in here are some really vintage books that are like 60, 70 years old, and I didn't want to leave those aside. I try to buy the entire collection so that I can really recycle it for people. That's kind of what I tell them when we talk on the phone. And so this gentleman, he was happy to sell me this. We worked out a deal. I've already sent him the money, already paid for this collection, so I'm anxious to kind of get it open and see what's in here. I know there's going to be a red vest, again, books, some medals. There's just a lot of stuff in here. It's going to be kind of a unique collection. So let me cut into this box and see what we've got. All right, as you can see, this box was well packed and it is full. Books, all kinds of good stuff in here. So let's kind of see what we've got. I'll kind of do a flop and then let the books probably will be the first things we'll see. All right, boom. That worked pretty well. Okay, right up first, we have a couple of what do you call these things? Not bookshelf things, bookends. These are actually in good condition. A lot of time when I get these pieces right here are kind of broken. I'm surprised they did so well in shipping as well. But these are great bookends. You can kind of imagine there, you have like stuff on a shelf. But these are beautiful. I've had this set before. Really kind of cool to get those. So just to kind of go through this, when I get collections, what I try to avoid are things like this, which this was the Weeblos book of my generation. I did my scouting in the 1980s, and so these are really very common. This was similarly sort of the book of my brother's generation, just a little bit before me, but also similar to me. But in this collection, there were also some really old books, and you can see the stack right here. And so, like I said, I didn't want to leave these aside because I really try to help people recycle this stuff and get it to a new home. And so there's this really pretty vintage Scout handbook right here. Now that doesn't mean that it's valuable because they still made a lot of these. Let me see if I can just interpret this for you. This one has a name in it, Troop 199. But sometimes in here, you can look and see how many of these were printed. So this is copyright 1948. And if I look on the next page, I think it might tell me. Yeah, here we go. 5th edition, 10th printing, January 1957. 525,000 copies printed of this printing. That's a lot. So there's a lot of these handbooks in circulation. So unless they're in perfect, pristine condition, which this one's in nice, fair condition, but not great, usually I tell people it's not really worth shipping, but that's okay. Not time to discriminate against books. This is a 2-volume set that includes a Scoutmaster handbook set. Again, this is something that I think is really interesting, and sometimes I give these away to Scoutmasters. And then here is sort of a 1960s era Scout handbook. Not sure about this guy, the Scouting Patrol with Exploring. The Scout Patrol Boys Exploring in Yucatan. Okay, this might be sort of a Boy Scout fiction book. I'm not sure. Copyright 1933. That's sort of after that era of Boy Scout fiction that was more in the teens. And then again, we have these Cub Scout books. You know, nothing too exciting there. First aid. Here's another Scout handbook that's old. I believe this one is the generation before the one I just showed you. So since I've gone down this rabbit hole, let me look and see. This one is definitely pretty scabbed up. So this is the 31st printing of this book. They printed 200,000 copies. And I believe this is the 1938 handbook. So again, nice old stuff. Definitely wanted to get that recycled. So got some neckerchiefs here. Take those out and see what we've got. So there's a 1981 National Jamboree neckerchief, 69 Jamboree neckerchief. There it is, 73 Jamboree. Almost every collection's got one. Then a couple of just standard ones. You can tell he ironed these. These are really nicely done. Kind of got them all prettied up for me. Now this is kind of funky. Let's slide this under the camera. This one says it's Order the Arrow, but it doesn't state the lodge name. So that'll be a little hard to interpret, but maybe this will help out. Here's a lodge, Lodge 162. And perhaps if I could do enough research on this lodge, I might find this one that is I would say it's unnamed. It just doesn't have any identifying information on it. And then this is really cool. This is a Michigan collection. So that's a beautiful neckerchief from Chippewa Lodge, Love that design and that embroidery on that Wolverine. That is super, super cool. And then this one will be very familiar to people. This is the lodge in Detroit, Michigan, a very prolific lodge, and they made a lot of patches. Again, Detroit Area Council, and then again, Detroit Area Council. So I'm not sure if he was Detroit Area Council or not, but that is definitely where those items are from. And then let's see what we got. We got a little coffin case here. This could be a little bit of anything. I did see in the pictures there's some medals, which I think I see here. Okay, yeah, here we go. So I believe this is a religious medal. So I'll slide this up here. I'm almost sure that is a religious medal. I'm not sure about this guy right here. I mean, this looks like the color of a silver beaver, but that's way too small to be the actual necklace. I'm not sure about that. And then these other guys here, this looks to be maybe like, that's a swim team medal. We won't worry about that. This one, however, is a little more interesting. Slide this under there. So this is Johnny Appleseed Trail. Nice, big, beautiful trail medal. And then this one, I believe, is not Boy Scouts. It says Veteran of Foreign Wars and has a name on it as well, which could have been his father. And so this is not a Boy Scout medal, but I'll let you see it since I already mentioned it here. And then we've got a couple of things here. Okay, so this is where the old books come from. So it looks like his father, Charles, was a assistant scoutmaster in Michigan, Plymouth, Michigan, in 1943. And that's where the old stuff comes from. I don't know that any of the patches or anything are from that time period, or if it's just simply the books kind of survived from that time period. So we'll take a look and see. All right, and then we have some miscellaneous stuff here, a bolo slide, some other items here, neckerchief, and just not seeing too much here that I haven't seen plenty of before. More slides and stuff here, but I think that's the whole collection. Well, it turns out there was another box, guys. I had to check in my office to find this, and sure enough, on the box it has his same address. I was kind of wondering because I went back to my text messages and I found that there were extra items, and so sure enough, here they are, huge full box. So let me just dump this one out as well. All right. I hear some jingling pins and stuff falling out. So, all right, got a notebook on top. Man, you know I love these notebooks. So this is sort of I won't say famous, but the Boy Scouts sold these in their catalog for many years in the 70s and 80s. And guys who got this, they would carry this around. Coolest thing about this one, and this one's in really good shape, is this is a handle. And this actually extends out 6 inches. I mean, this could be a monster notebook. And the whole idea was this would be your patch collection that you would take around and trade. But in here he has this guy, which I believe is a Diamond Jubilee 1985 knife. I think that's what's in here. Yep, little collector's knife. That's kind of a cool item to get. And then we have his Order of the Arrow sash, his merit badge sash, which as we pull this out, you can see he was pretty busy as a scout. And I count there 7 rows of 3, so that 21, that probably is the magical number to qualify as an Eagle Scout. And so he was an Eagle Scout, and he's got this thing here his mom probably got for him as a gift. And then this this copy, you know what this is? This is his copy. You can tell it's beat all to crap. Look at that. But he's got these duct tape tags that he made to be able to find pages and sections. That is great. Man, he sent me everything, huh? So you have in here this notebook. We can just kind of see there's council shoulder patches in here. Won't pull all these out, and then he's got some more of these vinyl pages that he got. So it looks like he was kind of like on the cusp of doing some heavy duty training, but just did a little bit, maybe not a whole lot. And then he's got this great, gosh, that's beautiful here. This American Legion Post gave him a beautiful plaque. That might have been the sponsor of his troop. That's a really nice plaque, so I'm sure he appreciated that. Like me, he would have been during the time of earning skill awards. Okay, I know what this is. So let me open it up properly. Don't always get these in collections. Sometimes people decide to keep these, but this is his Eagle Scout presentation kit, and there you can see his Eagle medal. And so that's cool. I love getting the merit badge sash that goes with the Eagle medal, and then all his other stuff. Here's his whole pack of cards. So man, like a lot of people, he kept everything. He didn't throw anything away. And then we also have a bag of patches. Not sure if any of these patches are super important that I would put them up there for you guys to see. I'm seeing kind of event patches, Scenic Trails Council, Klondike Derbies, that kind of stuff. This camp patch that we've seen earlier from that camp, and then Indian Drum Lodge, here's a sewn patch, 1979. So looks like he didn't do too much trading because not much of this stuff is outside of his area. Again, this camp would have been his camp, Greeley, and Scenic Trails Council again. So anyways, got the whole deal there, yep. So this is a fun collection. Didn't realize at first when I grabbed the first box that there was a second box. Normally I tell people put it all together, but this guy had so much stuff it was easier for him to use as priority mail boxes and have it separate. But it's exciting to get the Eagle medal. It's exciting to have all the pieces together, and now I can try to see what I want to do with this. These are the kind of collections I buy all the time, trying to help people find someone who would be excited to get their scouting memorabilia and then can help recycle it back into the scouting community. So if that's you, reach out to me, Jason Spangler. My website, scoutpatchcollectors.com, has all my contact information. You can also see the other videos I've done. You can see my podcast. You can find my newsletter, all the stuff I have going on in the hobby. Thanks very much.